I believe Dashie is now at her full size. Rounding in at about 3 feet tall, she is fully grown. Though she is still only 10 years old according to my math, I believe she is actually more along the lines of 14 or 15 possibly in actual years. So, we celebrated 5 missed birthdays and officially moving day. That's right, moving day. We moved from my parents' house thanks to me finally saving up enough money, plus getting lucky at a casino. We bought a nice house 100 miles away from the city. It's got a lot of open land, there isn't another house within 5 miles, and it's just me and her. Now she can fly all she wants, whenever she wants. She is truly happy, though she does miss the old park. It's gone now, along with anything else left in the area. A large business bought all the land up, flattened it, and built a large factory there. It was an amazing boom to the economy, and people are starting to build homes again. I'm glad, but it just wasn't for us. That amount of people would hinder her going outside, and I'm not going to force her to stay inside all day unless it's raining out. I've gotten a new job, one that pays much more than my old one. Dashie even talked about getting a job, but then she remembered what I told her. The look on her face was heartbreaking. We were enjoying a cake we made, which I must add we have improved upon that skill, when she brought it up. I jokingly said she can't due to her being a pony, and I laughed. She remained silent. My God, I'm horrible. I just laughed because my daughter is different. I apologized for hours, and even though she says she understands, I know she is still hurt. Luckily, I have a way to fix this. Due to the sheer size of the property, it involves a lot of cutting of grass. Tomorrow I will modify a lawnmower for her to use, so that she can have a job. I'll even pay her, so that she can buy her own stuff if she wants. Though I'd have to get it for her. Still, she can actually say she worked for something. According to the show, she was a weather pony, and I don't have her mess with Mother Nature unless it's a dire emergency, so there isn't really any job to be had there. I still can't believe I've had her for 10 years now. My God, time goes so fast. I wish it would slow down, so that I could have more time with her. I don't know when, but I have the sudden feeling our time together is running out. All of this has been too good to be true. Today has to have been the worst time of my life, even more than when my parents died. Due to events I could not prepare for, Dashie found out the truth before I could tell her myself. She knows what she is, a made-up cartoon character from a kid's television show. She is mad, no, upset beyond all thought. She had locked herself in her room, but I know my daughter. She didn't stay in there long. She opened her window and flew off, probably into a tree to sulk in her sorrow. I'm a monster. I should have told her sooner. Just wasn't sure when would be the right time. Now we are both suffering from my carelessness. I thought getting cable would be a good thing, give her some more shows to watch. But what I didn't realize was we got the hub station. I wasn't even aware it was still up. And find my surprise, the show My Little Pony is still even airing. It had stopped at 8 seasons, but still it was repeated. I remember I walked in from work with some groceries, set them into the kitchen, and walked into the living room. That's when I saw it. Yay! She did it, Fluttershy had screamed, jumping with joy as Applejack, Twilight, and Pinkie Pie all sat on the clouds with dumbfounded looks on their faces. My heart sank. I knew this episode. I remembered this episode. Even after seeing nothing for 12 years, I still remember that damn episode. That episode, Rainbow Dash performs the Sonic Rain Boom, much like how my Dashie had years ago. At the time, I was still holding my keys, and I dropped them. They clanged on the wood floor. If she didn't know that I was home before, she knew now.
How long?
Dashie asked me, no emotion in her voice.
How long have you known about this?
Dashie turned to look at me. She had been crying, and her mane was in even worse shape than normal.
How long have you known about this?
I couldn't help it. A tear ran down my cheek as she yelled at me. This was the first time in all these years she had raised her voice to me, and I deserved every bit of it. So, I sat down, turned off the television, and told her everything. I told her about the show, about finding her, and answered any other questions she had for me. There were a lot. Most of them stemmed from the show, to which I told her what I truly believed. That though she is the Rainbow Dash from the show, that she herself is a different pony from the cartoon. I tried to explain it to her, but her bullheadedness took over as she continued to lash at me. I took it all. I deserved it all. I've been keeping that horrible secret from her for far too long. She is now a fully grown mare, capable of taking care of herself if she were in Equestria. Here, I treat her still like she was my little filly. It's been wrong of me, but I couldn't help it. I didn't want this to ever happen, but I knew it would. I should have done what was right, but I didn't. It was only a matter of time before she found out, and she knew she was different. After our argument, she flew upstairs into her bedroom and slammed her door shut. I checked on her an hour later, and no response told me she had flown off. I can only hope that she comes back, or at least, if she doesn't, she stays away from any other people. If anything, I hope some sort of portal opens up and she goes back to her world. Never has to think of me again. All I can say to her at this point is that I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's been 3 days since Dashie left. The night of her departure, I did something I hadn't done in a long time. I went for a walk. I wasn't sure where I was going, how long I walked, but that's what I did. I walked. Now, 3 days later, I'm finding myself out here walking once again. And though it is only 5 in the afternoon, it has grown dark. A storm is brewing, and soon I will be getting hit by the brunt of it. I turn around to begin my walk home, though I don't rush. My energy these past few days has been non-existent, as I've barely eaten anything more than some toast. I feel so lost as I walk through the woods that surround my home. No, our home. It is as much hers as it is mine, and nothing will change that. The rain has begun, but I do not quicken my pace. I just walk, much like I had done so long ago. The distant memories of all my pain and sorrow before Dashie began to seep back into my mind. I haven't had these thoughts in years. The pats of water on the tree leaves help keep me distracted. It's a peaceful sound, one you would never hear in the city. The rain is picking up as my shirt is now soaking wet. I'm sure I will be sick tomorrow morning, but I don't care. I've been sick for 3 days now, a mental illness that has been tearing me apart. My daughter is somewhere out here, hurting, needing some comfort and warmth in this rain. I wish I could be there for her, even though she may not want me to. She may not ever want to see me again from how she acted. I don't blame her. It must be such a horrible thing finding out your past like that. I can't even imagine what it would be like. I know Dashie is a strong mare, and she can pull through, but I also know how she holds a grudge at times. I'm not sure that, even if she did come back, would she ever forgive me? Or more importantly, if I could ever forgive myself. It's now pouring out here. The tree canopies are barely holding back the torrential rain as I'm hammered by the water droplets. Stop to look around, find my bearings to return home. I'm not lost. Most of this area is easy to traverse once you get used to it. It's just, I'm looking for Dashie as I walk. It's the reason why I'm walking in the forest in the first place. I press on, keeping a steady pace through this rain. Suddenly, I spy a big tree. Its stature sticks out amongst the rest. And from looking at the barely wet grass underneath, I can tell its many branches are holding back even this hard rain. I need to take a break, so I walk under the tree and sit down. The grass is barely wet, with only a few small droplets making their ways down. This is the kind of tree I'd imagine Dashie would hide under in this rain. I wish it to be true, but I saw no sign of her as I approached. I close my eyes and lean against the tree as I think about my life, our life, together as a father and daughter. We have grown so much as a family and have been fortunate enough to have very few fights. None of them were as heartbreaking as the one 3 days ago. I feel a tear running down my cheeks as I imagine Dashie's face again. The anger in her eyes, mixed with the confusion, just tears me apart. I want so badly to make things right, or go back in time and stop it from happening, but I can't do either of those. What's done is done. I'm so sorry. I speak out loud, not caring for no one's listening. I'm alone in these woods, besides the wildlife. In this rain, they are hiding as well, and the ones that aren't are far from being such as I. I'm just so sorry, Dashie. I continue to cry as I keep my eyes closed and lean against the tree. The rain continues to pour around me. An occasional drop hits my head, but I don't care. Crack! I open my eyes for the sudden sound and look to my left. I'm shocked at what I see before me. Looking with teary eyes herself. Dashie. My little Dashie, covered in burrs and tree sap along her mane and tail, is standing a couple of feet from me. She is wet, with both rain and tears. I hadn't heard her approach. And again, being a Pegasus, she was very quiet and light on her hooves. She doesn't speak, instead walks over to me, not caring what noises she makes under her hooves. I don't move. I just sit on the ground and watch with my own wet eyes. She looks so horrible, and yet so beautiful at the same time. Without a word, she sits next to me, not making eye contact as she looks off in the woods. I can only look at her, wishing to hug her tightly and never let her go again. But I hold back, knowing that would be too sudden. Finally, she is the first to speak.
I heard you.
Her voice then got quiet as she whispers.
And
I'm sorry too. I simply smiled through my tears. Her stubborn attitude was still showing as she always had difficulties apologizing. Dashie, you have nothing to be sorry about. It's my fault. Simple as that. It seems my point doesn't get across. She finally looks to me with a sorrowful face.
Dad. Do you still love me?
Now is the time to act. I reach over and grab her, holding her in a tight hug. Of course, Dashie. I've always loved you. I still love you, no matter what. Not even a small fight such as ours could ever change that. She returns the hug as we sit there and cry together. We continue to apologize, me for the truth, and her for raising her voice and storming out. After some time, the rain subsides while we remain under the tree.
Dad? Can we go home now? I need a shower. Bad.
I let out a chuckle, and she too laughs as I stand. We make our trip back home. She is smiling again. I am too. I've been giving it some thought, and I think I shall give her her birthday present a little early. A ticket to the Indy 500. Yes, I'm taking her to the Indy 500. She can simply sit on some clouds and watch while I'm in the stands. I didn't even have to give her a ticket, but she needs some sort of reminder of her visit. I'm sure she will have a blast. And though I don't expect this to make everything right, I can only hope it cheers her up some. With some time, I'm sure she will relax and settle down about her being in the cartoon. She's a smart mare and knows she is real, not that made-up pony from the cartoon. I can only help push her to believing that, and hope she does the same to me.